Hi everyone, welcome to Enable Gillis Plains. Thank you all so much for coming. I'd just like to welcome everyone, including our special guests. We've got the Shadow Health and Wellbeing Minister, Jack Batty, here with us today. Welcome to all of our clients, our stakeholders, our wonderful team who's all here today. Thanks everyone for coming. We're really excited to be opening Australia's biggest accessible gym. Enable began in 2019, about 7 years ago, with a really simple idea: bringing accessible healthcare to people with disabilities and functional impairments in a place that felt like a community. We found that Ross had found that so many of those kind of facilities were very clinical, but we wanted to have a more community feel. Since then, we've grown to have 4 locations. This is our 6th opening, but 4th location currently. We provide services to over 600 clients every week. We've got a team of over 30. We run nearly 1,000 sessions every week for our clients. We have multidisciplinary healthcare. We have exercise physiology, physiotherapy and dietetics. And that's something we're really proud of here, is being able to offer that collaborative approach, especially in this new site where we've got all of our team together with a real focus on that multi-D collaboration. The size of us and our growth, it's all fantastic, but that's not why we're here. It's not why we exist. Real success is in our community. The people that we support, the goals that they achieve, and the way that we support all of our clients to increase their independence. So why is this place important? It represents a really significant milestone for us, being the largest accessible gym in Australia. It was all purpose-built for people with disability and functional impairments. We don't believe that accessibility should be an afterthought. It's not about adding in just an accessible toilet or widening a doorway. This whole place has been built with accessibility front of mind. It's about accessibility, it's about safety, it's about independence, clinical care, and most of all, meaningful outcomes for our clients. We believe that people shouldn't have to compromise on quality healthcare just because they have a disability, or they're ageing, or they have complex health needs. That is why we exist here at Enable. We are really excited about what this space is going to be able to do for our clients going forward. As impressive as this building is and what we've achieved here, it's not about the building. This isn't the important part. It's about what happens here inside this building. It's about the people who are becoming stronger, moving more confidently, achieving their goals, becoming more independent, and participating more fully in their communities. This facility belongs to the people that we support. It's not about us, it's about them. Achieving better health outcomes for people with disability, older Australians and people with complex healthcare needs requires all of us working together, clinicians, other healthcare providers, thank you for coming today, people who support people with disability, support coordinators, peak bodies, and government, of course. So we're very pleased to have Jack Batty here today with us, and we'd love to hear his perspective on healthcare and the importance of facilities like this within our community. So Jack, welcome.
Thank you very much, Zoe, and thank you for having me today. I'm really excited to be here, not only because I know how important this is going to be for this local community, but also because I used to go to school with Zoe. So for anyone who wants some stories about what Zoe was like in school days, we can have a chat afterwards.
Likewise.
I didn't think of that. But in all seriousness, I'm just so pleased and proud of what Zoe and Ross and the whole team here have achieved with Enable and the way you've built up this business. Now supporting over 600 South Australians each and every week, and along the way employing about 35 people, I think. So whatever way you look at it, this is a great big South Australian success story, and I really, really congratulate you for it. One thing that's strikes me already, just being here very briefly, is that this is so much more than a gym for all of you. Zoe and Ross and the team haven't just built a great gym, they haven't just built a great business, they haven't just built a great allied health facility. What they've built is a really, really great community. This is about a community that can come together, where people can get stronger, become more confident, get their independence back, in a really inclusive and welcoming way. And I just think that's really awesome. And as the new Shadow Health Minister, I also think it's really important because so often, politically at least, the debate in this portfolio is all focused on what happens at the front door of an emergency department or on an ambulance ramp, and that's probably always going to be the case. But that doesn't mean the solutions to those problems are found in the same place, and I think more often than not they're actually found in places just like this, where people can get the healthcare that they need, the well-being support that they need right here in the local community. And I think today we add to that with this great big new facility with all the gear. Sort of walking around here, it's like all the gear but no idea for me. But it's massive, it's exciting, and I know how important it's going to be. So can I thank you again for having me and congratulate you and wish you the best.
Thank you, Jack. Thanks, Jack, for those words. It's great to have people here from government and hear from that perspective. Ultimately, no one can explain what Enable is about better than the clients that we support and the people who are in here using it every day. Often I'm asked, I'll tell a story about one of our clients and people will say, wow, that's an amazing story. We should get that out. We need to tell that story. And my response is I have 600 of those at any one time. Every single person who comes here has their own story, and everyone's is unique and everyone's is important. And I would like to invite a few of those people up today to share their stories. So I'll hand it over to Ross. He's going to ask a few questions so we can hear from the people that this place is all about.
I almost got away with not speaking, actually. So I've got a couple of people here to just get their thoughts and experiences. I think it's for people that aren't familiar with this environment, it'll give you a good context on what someone will go through and how they find the benefit of coming to see us. So firstly, I'd like to invite up Lockie Miller. Yeah. Do like a basketball thing, I reckon. So Lockie's a fierce advocate for the brain injury community and does a lot of work supporting road safety. So we'll hear from him in a second. And we've got Graham Lewis as well.
Sure.
Come on through, mate. I'll come through.
I'm just going to do a bit of product placement here if you don't mind.
Yeah, that's all right. I did say you could do it. And I've got Sean, who's kindly going to come up and say a few words. Mr. Enable. So yeah, just going to ask you guys a couple of questions in like a panel sort of format. But yeah, just firstly, just give us a little bit about you and your journey and kind of what brought you through.
Yeah, so first I'd just like to say thank you for the opportunity to come and speak on behalf. And I sort of feel like I'm welcoming people because I feel part of this family. Just acknowledge the Right Honourable Jack Batty and other guests that are here. So my background, I met Ross on the 22nd of December 2022 for a meet and greet session just up the road. So I know my background, I'm a stem cell transplant survivor with chronic graft-versus-host disease. Prior to that, my two things were I played cricket to first class level, and I worked initially a phys ed teacher and then within the organisation consulting arena. And so early into the conversation, Ross asked me a bit about my background. I said I played cricket, and he said I might know my father-in-law. And I was thinking, oh, yeah, I know lots of cricketers. I worked in that arena for 10 years and played seriously for 20 years. And he said, oh, Rick Darling. And I went, oh, heck. And so Rick Darling is like cricket. But that sort of is a cricket legend in South Australia, Test player, Sheffield Shield, winning team member, and just a fantastic individual. And so I think that just for me said so much about being here at Enable, that just that ability to connect. And I'll let the other guys speak. So, and I'll talk a little bit, I'll perhaps get some questions of what it's meant for me over those 3.5 years. That the impact has just been enormous.
Yeah, thanks, Brad.
I'd just like to acknowledge it, meet on the stolen land of the Ghana people first. But yeah, my story, Lachlan Miller, I had a car crash. I grew up in Darwin, on Larrakia land up there kind of stuff. Car crash on the way from work, car in front of me towing a boat, queen size mattress. I was a bit close to car in front. If I was further back, might have had more time to react. Either way, mattress flew at the back of the boat. I've hit that, losing control of the car. I've gone to the left-hand side of the road, in Darwin, so I've gone to the rain drain, hit the concrete culvert on the driver's side of the car. Seatbelt's even gone forward in a car crash. I've hit on the driver's side of the car, so I've gone this way out the car. Seatbelt's gone on my throat, over my head, been ejected from the vehicle. I've landed on the floor as the car's rolled from the bush. I'm on the side of the road, bleeding out, my throat. Person come the opposite direction. Saw it all, he jumps out of the car. He was the grade below me at high school, as well as my younger brother, my best mate from work's younger brother. He's got out of the car. Oh, gee willikers, there's Lockie Miller on the side of the road. He rings an ambulance. Ambulance driver gets there. Ambulance driver gets out of the car, says, oh my golly gosh, that's Lockie Miller on the side of the road. The ambulance driver was my neighbour for 10 years as well. So, you know, you talk about small communities in Adelaide, Darwin's just as small in that kind of sense. So a lot of people affected immediately in that kind of crash. Darwin, great place to live and grow up, by about 10 years behind every other capital city in Australia behind medical facilities. They flew me to Adelaide for life-saving surgery, where my neck was broken at C4 and 5, my back was broken at T7 to 10. I was in a coma for 38 days from there. From there, I went into Hampstead Rehab Centre after the hospital, and then we had to learn to walk and talk again. After that, I went to outpatients, where I had no idea about a gym, never really been anywhere like that. In outpatients, I rock up, there's this young fella in there named Ross, and he goes, hey man, I'm here to help you out, get through the next part of your life, through recovery, that kind of stuff. This is how you use equipment at the gym. Life goes on. I get out of there, I start going to a gym in Glenelg. Like I said, no idea really, wasn't feeling comfortable there. Ross goes, all right, I'll come meet you there once a fortnight down at EFM. He did that, helped me to get into a gym, keep myself going healthy. I went to the gym twice a day, every day for the first 2 years of my recovery. Inspired and helped by Ross so much. He's got me back to being as healthy as I can be in that kind of stuff. He eventually opened up Enable Fitness. It was a 2-bus ride, hour and bit from my house, so I did that. I got on the bus once a week, once a fortnight, just to come over and see Ross to try and help me with my recovery, to keep pushing on, because he understood how the hard work in these early times of recovery would help me out so much. Years have gone by. He now has one a kilometre up the road from my house. I jog down there a couple of days a week. It's been amazing. So I thank Ross hugely, and the team at Enable, which have helped me so much. Right from the EPs to the physios of Jono and everyone else around the team here too have helped me keep pushing on to be my best to get out in the community and to try and help out the next person along too. And so I recommend anyone out there to go into Enable Fitness, because these guys helped me out a lot. So yeah, really grateful for them so much. Thank you, Ross.
Thanks, Matt. Yeah. That's the last question. Another cricket link, actually. Yeah. Lucky inclusive cricket link.
Oh yeah, you click it.
That's
So,
it.
There you go. 2 crickets. Now, Shawnee, yeah. So tell us, mate, your journey.
Yeah. Hi everyone, it's good to see so many people here. 11 years ago I had a motorcycle crash. It was quite bad, it was hit and missed for a while there. Didn't know if I was going to make it. I don't remember any of the accident, just remember waking up in hospital. I spent 2 weeks in a coma, just waking up saying, oh, you've had a really bad accident. You're probably never going to walk again, which kind of sucked at the time. You know, you think, oh no, what I'm going to do with my life now. And then from there, spent about a month in the Royal Adelaide Hospital, and then I went to Hampstead Rehabilitation Centre, like Lockie. I spent 3 months there, and you'd go to the gym there, you'd have a set routine there every day. You'd go, you'd wake up, you know, you'd do your morning routine, and then you'd have your therapies, gym, physio, occupational therapy. And that's where I met Ross. I don't know if were you on placement there, or were you working there?
No, I was working there at the time.
Yeah. So I've known Ross for a long time, ever since I've been in rehab. And I always remember him talking to him about it, even when I left rehab, because I still went there as an outpatient after that. And he had this idea of opening up an accessible gym. And I was like, wow, that sounds amazing, you know? And just to see where it's come from, that idea he's had, to where it's come now, where we've got the 4 gyms, all these different clients, all different types of disabilities. It's amazing. Like, for myself personally, I'm heavily involved in wheelchair sports. Keeping fit to me is like really something that I enjoy doing. And just to have this space that's made for people, you know, with disabilities, all the clinicians here, they're all helpful. It's a very welcoming environment. Like everyone said, it's like a community, like a family. You know, we all know each other. But yeah. Like if someone was wanting to come to Enable Fitness or not sure about coming, I'd just say do it, you know. Like, you got nothing to lose, and I guarantee you, if you come here, you want to keep coming back, because I know I've been here from day one and I've kept coming back, and yeah, it's a really, really good environment. I couldn't recommend it enough, and all the help that everyone's given me over the years to try and get stronger and just get fitter and, you know, better in myself, to be, you know, healthier. It's been really, really helpful. So I really appreciate everything everyone's done for me here at Enable Fitness. I just want to give a plug out. My brother over there, Stewie Webster. We play wheelchair football together, and we're off to the grand final this year. So, if anyone here is free on the 28th of August, get down to the Lights Community Centre down at Lightsview. We'll be playing the grand final there. So it'll be really great. But yeah, thanks Enable Fitness. Thanks for everyone being here. You know, it's great to see everyone here, and just to know that, you know, all the support that's out there, it means a lot to me, and I'm sure it means a lot to other people as well. So thank you.
Thanks, Sean. Yeah, they've kind of answered all the questions.
Yeah.
So.
You kind of answered all the questions. Probably Graham, just one more comment.
I've got-
What do you love about it?
Graham's always got something else.
So just, I mean,
One more.
I've made two statements. For me personally, 3.5 years ago when I started, I was using a walker, and I decided to use that because I knew
Sorry, Graham.
I'd come out of the wheelchair to a walker, and I knew that if I stayed in the wheelchair, that's where I was going to be. 3.5 years later, I've regained my licence, travelled around Australia, did the City to Bay with the team last year. I'm an NDIS participant. When I first met Ross, I had in my plan was a power wheelchair. That's what the prospects were felt for the ability to be able to walk. It's still there, because I know that if I don't do the work, that's maybe where I'm heading to. It's also symbolic as to what's possible. And I think, well, the thing I wanted to say, and particularly that now that getting the ear of the Shadow Health Minister is not always that easy. And so just stepping into my role as an advocate in the cancer, and particularly the blood cancer arena, that where across Australia about 20% of that population are potentially NDIS. And our experience has been, and mine and others, that when you leave the hospital setting, the supports can drop off fairly quickly. And that what Ross and Zoe have done here is just an exemplar of what can be achieved when, with public money invested to assist people live with dignity and to live life to the full. And I think I just feel so privileged to have been a little part of that. So thanks so much.
Well, I might conclude that. I know everyone's very busy and got probably jobs to go do and people to see, so I'll let Zoe close out. Thank you.
Thanks, guys, so much for sharing your stories. That's why we're here, to support people like you and to make that kind of difference in people's lives. Yeah, that's our mission, and so it's so wonderful to hear the impact that we've had on your lives. Thanks, everybody, for coming. It's great to be able to show you this new facility and what's possible. Science. We hope that we can continue to collaborate with everybody into the future. Tell your colleagues about it. We'd love to meet them. Grab a goodie bag on the way out. It's got some little treats in there for you. But thank you, everyone, for coming, and we can't wait to see what happens next.
That's it.